If you have an issue with it, Kim Opera, fix your insecurity. You should. Listen. You should.
Hi guys, welcome back to Jed's Corner. Today was the day 3 of the Big Brother Naija Pepperdem reunion show, and believe me, today was with fire. Today was all about bragging and confidence. You know, at what point do you have so much confidence, or when does he get into bragging? This was really all today was about, and I'm going to take you through this. Once again, I'm your host, Danny, and we're going to get right into today. Ebuka basically went at the contestants, you know. Do you think anyone in the house was bragging, maybe overconfident, you know? Who do you? And we cannot understand why he was asking this. We had a set of pretty confident people from last year, you know, and it just took a little bit of time for everyone to ease up. But finally, everyone's feelings and ideas about people who were bragging or confident started to come up. And without doubt, believe me, it generated enough fire. If you didn't watch the episode today, you have to finish this video because we'll take you through all of it. And it was mostly centered around one of our queen of highlights, Tacha. Everyone thought, well, Tacha was kind of overconfident and perhaps a little bit arrogant. And it took someone in there to just, you know, light the fire as well in Tacha. And we can say for today, that was Kim Opera. But first of all, let me just take you through what everyone thought. It was almost a similar cast from yesterday, except Omashola wasn't there today, and the rest of the guys just connected from the video conference. And honestly, do we really need the guys on the video conference? Because let's not lie, they're useless at this point in time. They don't say anything, they don't contribute. I don't know, maybe they should just consider having all 26 housemates there. You know, maybe we'd get something juicy from the likes of Kathy and Diane. But anyway, so they asked Esther, what does she think about confidence and bragging? And she just felt it's a game plan. You know, if you feel like I want to come into the house and I want to push everyone aside with my confidence, and some people will take it as bragging, some people might become insecure or might feel intimidated. Well, it's just a game plan, nothing personal, especially with relation to Tacha. But then Kim Opera spoke about it in a more passionate way, you know, and a passionate way that also triggered Tacha. She said she went directly. Tacha basically made everyone else feel like they were less than her. She spoke to them with disrespect. And if you watched yesterday's episode, I reminded you guys of when Tacha told them they should be happy to wake up in the same house we had. They should bow down to her in the morning. And Kim Opera basically explained how she felt about this. She felt it had gone from overconfidence into bragging, and quite frankly was a sign at least of Tasha's insecurities. And Tacha had the chance to speak on this, and Tacha felt that, well, she doesn't think it's an insecurity on her part. She thinks it's an insecurity on the part of the other housemates. They felt belittled by what she said, but she never meant any of that. She didn't mean to have anyone feel like they're not up to her. She's just oozing with confidence, and she needs to hype herself, point and plain. And then we had another housemate, add on to this, Venita. I like the way Venita speaks, yeah. Well, she basically went or elaborate on this. She thinks that people who have been hurt have the tendency to hurt people. And I agree. To be honest, I think when you've had reason to take away some positivity from your persona, then you will also push negativity to people around you. And Tasha said she's been through a lot, right from getting called names while she was auditioning and any other thing that she's been through up till that point. So she wasn't really about to allow herself get pushed over. So in the process of being herself, as she termed herself today, an alpha female. If you remember Teddy A last year, alpha male too. She basically didn't, think Tacha was intentionally being mean, but she thinks Tacha will grow. And Tacha agreed with her. Tacha said, she's an alpha female. And sometimes it rubs off on others. They just think she's trying to intimidate them, but really that's not what she's doing. And it was really all today about like, side heads, everyone nodding their head on the side and all that. But something interesting happened. Venita was talking about Tasha and, for me now, I'm friend of Tasha. I've been supporting her and everyone started to laugh. So why is everyone laughing? Does Venita tell others a different thing about Tasha? Are we just only seeing the camera version where she's saying I was supporting her in and out of the house? Do they know something that we don't know? Let's hope this comes out in future episodes. But right now, someone else also had the chance to speak on this issue of confidence or bragging, and it was Ike. Ike basically said, when you're confident, you don't need to brag. And honestly, we can all agree. When you know what you're worth, you don't need to prove to anyone else. You don't need to let anyone know that you are better or you are far higher. And once again, response from Tasha. She said there is a very clear difference between facts and just being aggressive or arrogant. And for once, I will say that Tasha is right. She did come into the house more popular than most of the housemates. And let's not forget that, we know that she wasn't necessarily just a random person that no one knew. She was already simply Tasha. So she had at least a right to feel more important. She felt her fan base was behind her. She felt that she had people already on her side. And even with Sheyi, we saw that when everyone knew he was his ancestry, is related to Obafemi Awolowo, that also came out in some moments. He became confident and at some point even insulted Fraud, calling him a peasant. So I could understand from Tasha's point, there is actually the fact that she was already popular before getting into the house. So, guys, what do you think about Tasha? Do you think she was really overboard with her arrogance? Do you think that she intentionally made them feel smaller? Do you think that it was all a plan to just get to the end of the game, or that's just who she is and she has no reason to apologize to anyone for however they felt? As we go on, we also got some words from Fraud as well. Fraud really was just using big English to say the same thing. He also thought Tasha was being insecure. He thought her arrogance was just a way to cover up for her insecurities. Once again, she needed to remind herself that she's top and everything, rather than feeling confident that she's top and going about her life. And Tasha responded, she was being herself. It's not her fault if people love her for being real and being who she is. My opinion, she wasn't being super real, but maybe that's just who she is. I don't know Tasha. I've not spent any time with Tasha, but maybe she's right and they're wrong. Maybe it's the other way around. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment sections. And lastly, Sheyi basically also touched on what I said earlier. He called Fraud a peasant while they argued. To be honest, that's such a strong insult. I don't know what I would have done if I was on that show. If someone calls me a peasant, I just, I don't know, it's really, really sad. It's so insulting. And at least Sheyi was able to say that he really hated going back to that moment, being able to reflect and realize that he made such an error and he regrets it. And I think that's really good. That's one key lesson from today. No matter what you've done in the past, it will not be the first time on Big Brother show someone will insult someone or someone will make others feel smaller. We had it last year with Teddy. He basically called himself an alpha male, not directly insulting anyone else, but letting you know that, look, people are not up to me. Cece also told Nina she's not up to her feet, and woman to woman, that's just painful. This year, we already know what went down with Tasha and the rest of the housemates. Sheyi also with this. So no one is above mistakes. The point is, at some point, you should be conscious enough to just realize that I have wronged others and it's not a great feeling to have, and also to make others feel that way. So for today, really, it was wonderful. It was nice. If you didn't watch today's episode, believe me, you should try to watch it. It was wonderful. Once again, thank you for coming on Jed's Corner to watch the review for the day 3. We will have so much more for you as the days go by. It's your host once again, Danny. And don't forget to comment, like, share, hit that subscribe button, because believe me guys, no jokes, there's so much important stuff coming your way. Videos and pictures, everything you want, it will be there. Hit that subscribe button, guys.